Super Tucanos share one FLIR Ball for two aircraft. AFP owns the night against the NPA. Please like and share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Two of the A-29B Super Tucano light attack aircraft of the Philippine Air Force were assigned to the Edwin Andrews Air Base in Zamboanga City recently. The aircraft were given a water cannon salute and a blessing ceremony later upon their arrival there. The missions of these Super Tucanos will be to provide close air support, intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance and attack missions in the area of operations of the Western Mindanao Command. One thing I noticed about these two aircraft, though, from looking at the pictures, is that only one of them was equipped with an Electro-Optical forward-looking infrared device, or what's called as a FLIR Ball. I'm not sure if there are actually two of these devices, but that only one was fitted for this particular flight, or that the Air Force only has one of these devices for every two aircraft, and that their doctrine is to have two of the aircraft share one of these devices, perhaps as a cost-cutting measure. If the Air Force really is using a buddy system for one device, then that is not necessarily such a bad thing, as these Super Tucanos operate at least two at a time anyway, so one could act as a spotter while the other provides extra firepower. The only issue with this setup, though, is if something happens to the aircraft carrying the FLIR Ball on its way to the target, like have a malfunction, for example, then the mission could then be cancelled. But since these are brand new, then the chances of that happening is at a minimum. Meanwhile, the armed forces of the Philippines made another major victory against the New People's Army recently, when they managed to eliminate 10 of the communist terrorists during an attack last Christmas Day in Malaybalay, Bukidnon. The armed forces of the Philippines said that this attack showcased some of their newest assets, namely the Super Tucano aircraft, the autonomous Truck Mounted-howitzer System or ATMOS self-propelled howitzer, and unnamed drones, likely to be the Hermes 450 or Hermes 900. The Hermes drones were used to locate the exact position of the terrorists before the Super Tucanos and ATMOS opened fire on the location. This seems to be the baptism of fire in actual combat for the ATMOS here in the Philippines, or at least one of the first ones for it. The ATMOS reportedly were inside Camp Barian in Malaybalay when they fired at the target, which was 10 kilometers away, while the Super Tucanos also dropped several 114-kilogram bombs at the target. Additional details released by the Philippine Army revealed that it was the 3rd Howitzer Platoon of Alpha Battery, 4th Field Artillery, Strike from Afar Battalion who made the strike with their ATMOS units using high explosive ammunition in support of the 8th Infantry Battalion, 1st Special Forces Battalion, and 88th Infantry Battalion, which conducted the ground attack. What impressed me most about this operation is that it was done in the cover of darkness. It happened before dawn on Christmas Day. Pictures of the ATMOS being operated at that particular time also showed that it was still dark when the operation began. Apparently the terrorists thought they would be safe since it was still dark. But the Super Tucanos, ATMOS, and Hermes drones were already operating very well even at that time. So congratulations for the Philippine military, they now own the night against the communist terrorists. To summarize, the Super Tucano aircraft of the Philippine Air Force seems to be operating on a buddy system, sharing one FLIR Ball for every two aircraft, while the armed forces of the Philippines used their newest assets like the Super Tucanos, ATMOS, and Hermes drones to make a devastating strike against the New People's Army even under the cover of darkness. Thank you for watching the video. I invite you again to like and share it, and subscribe to the channel.